This is the Big O Show. This is the Big O Show.
Hold on. We'll get there. We go. We got you now. What are you polishing up the lens or something?
Yeah, man. You know, you criticized my phone, which I'm gonna have to actually get a new phone because it's this is Sun Sentinel product here on Sun Sentinel.
Oh, that's why it's an iPhone 5. That's why they got your ass like outdated.
It is like it's a 10 or 11. It's the SE model. I like things small, but it is what it is. I have to go get a new one, and I was told to get the fanciest because we have to do so many things from a visual standpoint with I Am Athlete. So it is what it is.
Oh, in other words, they have a budget.
Wow.
Okay, that's fine.
Listen,
hey, bro, newspapers are going broke, so they ain't got no budget. So I get it.
I don't complain about the Sun Sentinel. You will never hear a complaint out my mouth about Sun Sentinel.
It's been a great paper. It's not their fault, unfortunately. It's a company thing, you know what I mean? But it's a shame, dude. We're only eventually we'll have one paper in town.
No,
right?
You know what? It's funny. We are one of the last 3 paper kind of competitor environments. And for instance, I'll give you some inside baseball stuff. I'm sorry, I have to do a W. And we had to have budget cuts. And one of the questions that I had in terms of firing fourth quarter just to prepare for the recession, and one of the questions I had when it took place, I said, do they factor in that we are one of the few papers or few entities that are in a competing market that actually has to compete for advertising, that actually has to compete for beats? And people aren't subscribing to all 3, they're usually picking one. Yeah, so you probably subscribe to all 3 because you need it. But
well, not only that, I also do it to support all of you guys.
Yeah,
I mean, I do it by building this platform. I support a lot of media members here by building this platform. But
you paid for my kitchen tile, so I appreciate that.
Yeah, hey man, I'm glad, bro. I'm glad. That's what I want. Hey, I've done this for decades now. All I watch is media members get screwed. You know what I mean? And that's why this platform is just media. That's it. It's all media on this platform. And that's kind of what I wanted to try to create, and hopefully we'll continue to build on what we're doing here. I think that's why it's gone so well also, because I think people see through it all and they say, all right, we get all of our information right here without any BS, any politics, any of that kind of stuff that gets in the way a lot of times. So all right, so let me ask you, Will the young Ross be smarter than the older Ross in running the team?
What do you mean? I'm not even following.
Now that the daughter is going to take over from Steven, I hope we were talking about that. I hope that she.
So she's taking over control right now.
I don't know when exactly she takes over, but yeah, apparently she's going to take over.
He has to step down, so somebody's going to handle day-to-day operations, and maybe he made it her instead of Bruce Beal. So
yeah, that's what they do in the NFL. When there's trouble in the waters, keep it in the family, i.e. Snyder.
To be honest with you, it made absolutely no sense that they were turning it over to somebody who was outside his family. When an NFL franchise is a cash cow, why would you not turn it over to somebody within your family?
Well, maybe they didn't want it. Maybe they're not football people. Maybe they don't really care. You know how it is. Sometimes you got a kid that just doesn't care about their parents' business or not interested at all.
Yeah.
And you can't control that sommes. You know what I'm saying?
It's a cash cow, bro. It's a cash cow.
You're not getting any complaints out of me on that. I'm just saying there
are
those families that they end up with a kid that could have it all and doesn't want it. You know what I mean? It happens, dude. It happens. You know what I'm saying? So I don't know if that was the case early on.
My kid doesn't want my journalism empire.
You don't want him to follow you in certain steps anymore.
No, I don't. But he doesn't want this journalistic empire I'm building over here. So yeah, I get you. So
you know what I'm saying?
Some billionaire kid is turning down his daddy's franchise or her daddy's franchise. Yes.
I'm
So
with you there.
maybe-
All right. So I watched your X's and Omar, your final one with Dave Hyde.
Correct.
And
Yes.
you had some very interesting comments about Tua.
Okay.
And so if you can, Sean, can you pull up the X's and Omar excerpt?
They're not interesting. You just think they're juicy. Go ahead. Tell me what
juicy, interesting, insulting, twisted, weird. I don't know, however you want to call it, but you had a very colorful way of describing the franchise quarterback of the Miami Dolphins. Sean, if you can, please pull it up.
Couples counseling right now. We need a little couples counseling. I don't like the way you lead. You have to do a better job as a leader. You have to do a better job. Tua, I'm out the door now. Tua's a weirdo. His teammates look at him as a weirdo, and it's okay to be a weirdo, but you can't just be a weirdo and not connect with your team. You have to be a weirdo, but still find a way to connect with your team, and you have to find a little bit of Ryan Fitzpatrick in you. And he's working on that. I know he's working on that. I know he's aware of that. And props to him. What I will also say is the arm, it's not what I expected. I said that when he showed up. Now, is it going to prevent him from being a good quarterback in the NFL? No, it's not. He can throw the ball deep. That's not where I worry about with him.
So he didn't miss anything.
No.
Yeah.
We sent the audio over.
Well, let's talk about the weirdo.
Yes.
I mean,
And listen, I know what you were talking about with Tua on the weirdo stuff and picking up Fitzpatrick and having to pick that up. But I also will tell you, Russell Wilson is the same corny like guy. He's straight and narrow. Russell, Tua. Probably Tony Gwynn was like that.
See the boss man right there. See the boss.
Oh, there he is.
Oh, you're on.
There he is.
This is real. This is on.
This is live.
Yes, this is live.
What are we talking about?
You were at practice today.
Yes.
So what's the question? Give me a question. I was at practice today. What's the question?
Well, he's not a fan of Brandon Jones. He had 2 interceptions today. Straighten him out.
That was like his first time.
Straighten him out. Brandon, straighten him out. Tell him that Brandon
don't even
Jones
know. Exactly. Brandon don't even know who Brandon Jones is.
Is that 19?
29.
Oh, you mean a corner?
No, safety.
Oh, is he good?
No, not really.
Oh, hey, Brandon Jones, if you hear this, like I respect you because you made it to the NFL. Haven't been able to watch. I can't judge you.
Yeah.
But
thank you. That's a good answer. Javon Holland, he's a stud.
Okay.
Brandon, you're gonna like your namesake on the field. The Jones kid has got a knack for the ball. He will knock your pecker in your socks. Okay. He is fearless. I like this kid. I like the kid, man. I like the kid.
Yeah. All right, cool. I'm be back. Go ahead.
I wasn't going to get him involved in the whole Tua mess.
No,
I'd rather just bury you in that mess. I don't want to stick your boss in the mess right now.
I still haven't even gotten permission to do you. So let's. I don't even want to explain what's going on. Well, go ahead. Let's go.
Yes, but you gotta you gotta finish off here and gotta free yourself to. It's only Dolphins, so it doesn't clash.
That's the pitch. That's the pitch I'm going to make. And I can promote the I Am Athlete platform to your large audience. So it's just a conversation, but it's one of the 16,000 conversations I need to have with him.
Yeah, just tell him, hey, 26 million downloads this year. It's a pretty, the platform's growing. It's a good way to promote I Am Athlete. So there you go.
Here's my. I hear what you're saying. And Russell Wilson is indeed a different kind of dude.
Corny like that, yeah.
Yeah. He's a different. I don't say corny. I think he's a different kind of dude. And Tua's a different kind of dude.
Tebow Corny also.
I don't think being compared to Tebow is a good thing. I don't think being compared to Tebow is a good thing. What?
No. I'm not comparing the talents. I'm comparing that he was still a leader, even though he couldn't really relate to
I'm
most
not
of his
saying
teammates is he's, holier than now and all that stuff.
yes.
You know what
I'm
saying?
not saying that Tua can't be a leader, and I actually think he's way more of a leader than we think, because I've seen him lead.
All
When
right.
Austin Jackson was struggling last year, before every fan saw that he was booty cheeks, Tua was in his face. Tua was talking to him. Tua was challenging him. Tua was like, "You need to get your." I saw it. I've been doing this for 15 years. I know what it
Why
was.
you call him a weirdo? He's a
He's
leader
a
in
little
his own
different.
way.
He's different. He's weird. Let's not pretend like he's not weird, bro.
I don't think he's weird. I think he's just like really normal. I think we're the weirdos.
He's probably really normal.
I think the Derek Jeters and the Tuas and the Russell Wilsons, I think those effing people are normal. We're the weirdos, actually. They're the people that handle everything the right way. They handle everything with class, with grace, with professionalism. I don't. They're not the weirdos. We're the weirdos, actually.
He's doing a better job from a leadership standpoint, and he acknowledged he's doing a better job. When you stand up in front of a room of guys and basically say, "I don't want to be your captain," for whatever reason, yeah,
that was deeper than just "I don't want to be your captain." It wasn't that. It was I don't want to be your captain for that effing guy. That's what that was.
I understand how it's painted.
Okay.
I understand his motivation. I wouldn't want to sit in an extra meeting with Brian Flores either. But you are the quarterback of your team. You are literally the only starting quarterback in the NFL who wasn't his team captain.
It's hard to be a quarterback, and when you talk to your teammates and then you turn around, there's like 8 knives in your back from your head coach. You're walking around, it's like, yo, man, doesn't that hurt, bro? All those knives on your back? I mean, it's tough. It's just tough to live that life, bro.
He has to become a better leader. He has to become more relatable, and he's working on that. He took his teammates out to dinner in Tampa, and paid for the whole thing. He even called the Uber, paid for that, and it's not all about finances, but it's about hey, guys, we're going to dinner, and when the bill comes, you are the fat check guy. Like,
right.
not that everybody.
But he's not going to the Jay-Z concert with you. And he's not going to the club with you, and he's not going to the strip club with you.
Correct.
And
No. Nobody asked you for that.
He's not going to the bachelor party with the rest of the fellas. That's and that's part of.
He's got a different personality.
He's got a different
person. Yeah, it is how you bond, but he's got a different personality. He has to find a way to relate to his teammates. They have ping pong tables. They have a basketball shooting hoop, and he's got to hang around. The thing is, he wasn't even interacting with guys in the building, from what I'm told, and that's a little standoffish. And Tua said, not specifically about that, but he's like, I'm a guarded guy. It takes a lot for me to open up, and for 2 years, especially when your head coach doesn't like you, and his coaching staff probably doesn't like you, and they're trying to replace you, and they're starting another quarterback because they really don't want to start you. Does it make you feel some type of way and act differently and act weird? Probably, yeah, it does. But let's not pretend like he's like the Ryan Fitzpatrick and he's the leader guy and he's the everybody.
It's not who he is. That's not.
But that's who he needs to be. That's who he needs to be.
No, I think if you can lead. Listen, if you can lead by example and be a leader in other ways, in mature ways, like you're talking about with Raekwon, was it Raekwon or no, with Austin Jackson, those are the kind of moments he needs to have. He doesn't need to bond with you and get a what's it called, a lap dance with you in the champagne room, and then you're both high-fiving each other. And
Ryan Fitzpatrick wasn't getting lap dances. Ryan Fitzpatrick wasn't getting lap dances, and
right. That's what I'm saying. Everybody leads differently. But I don't think Joe Montana was partying with people either. I just think he had his ways of leading quietly.
He has to find a way to reach everybody. He has to find a way to reach and relate to everybody. However you do that, that's how you do that. That's leadership.
But supposedly in Alabama, he did that. He connected with
And
everybody.
it didn't do it here. And it hasn't been done here yet. And
Because
it needs to be.
First 2 years, he wasn't given the team. He
I
had
don't
a
care.
guy
I don't
in
want
front
the
of him that was
excuses.
cock-blocking him.
I don't want the excuses. I just want it done.
No, but dude, you had a guy cock blocking you last year.
I don't
now,
want the
this
excuses.
guy
Doesn't mean that you
hold
can't
on
hang
a
with your
second.
team in the locker room.
Listen to
doesn't
me.
mean you can't hang with your team in the locker room.
Listen to me. Mike McDaniel, since he's taken over, hasn't
Mm-hmm.
Tua opened up? Isn't Tua going out with his teammates? Isn't Tua paying for dinner? He's doing
Told
the
him that he
things
had to
you
do
just
it.
talked about
Because the head coach told him he had to do it.
McDaniel,
Because the head
of
coach
Mike.
told him he had to do it and needed to do it.
Exactly, because your head coach is supposed to encourage your quarterback to become the leader, not discourage and go get jabroni brisket. That's the problem, my brother. You dismiss the fact that you had a coach that did not allow him to become the leader of the team. So he knew he wasn't welcome. So why would he want the job? Now Mike McDaniel takes over and he says, "You're my guy. This is your team. Take over." And now we're seeing Tua joke around. Now we're seeing Tua talk brash in press conferences, which he never had done before. So all the things you're talking about, they're in the developmental stages, thanks to Mike McDaniel, who actually nurtured the relationship, unlike Flo, who absolutely killed the relationship.
Listen, no matter who your leader is, and no matter what you try to do I covered the Dolphins during the Chad Pennington as a backup era, and Brandon Marshall.
Quiet leader, right? Quiet leader.
Brandon Marshall would go to the backup quarterback to find out about the offense and find out about what needed to be done, as opposed to his starter, Chad Henne, because Chad wasn't a leader. And I've been here. Ryan Fitzpatrick might be, Reggie Bush is probably number one, and Ryan Fitzpatrick is number two in terms of leaders that I have been around covering the Miami Dolphins. So that's the type of leadership I'm looking for. Ryan Fitzpatrick, Jesus Lord, he was Mr. Popular. He was everybody's guy. He made you feel like you were his best friend every single day. And that's what a leader does. That's what a leader does. That's how a leader makes you feel. And Tua has to get there. If Tua conducted himself 80% of how Ryan Fitzpatrick conducted himself behind the scenes, I can tell you right now, Tua's going to be a superstar. And he saw it, so he knows what it looks like. Just emulate that. Fake it till you make it is my point. And I'm not saying you got to be in the strip club or you got to go pop bottles at Live or you got to. No, I don't think your teammates need that, but they need to know that you're relatable. They need to know that you're not guarding yourself and hiding who you are and what you're about and, closed off. Like, if you support Trump, say you support Trump. Explain why you support Trump. They'll accept you. If you're having a baby, share those experiences with your teammates so that they can actually know that, hey, Tua's going through stuff that I'm going through, or hey man, I've been here. This is what I did. I got my wife that body pillow, and she slept better at night. Stop being so closed off. And I get it. You're guarded. You're private.
By the way, did Tua take his passports? All right, no, let's just move on. Anyway, all right, so Brandon Jones.
Way over my head. Don't even.
The FBI raid, Trump said that they took his passports. Forget it. It's all right.
You love Coach.
If it's just like you got blinders, do you know anything else that goes on in the world?
I do know about the FBI raids. I did not know. I saw it on Twitter. I did not know they took his passports. But damn. Listen, you act like I can follow what's going on with Trump on social media because I like he's got.
I just follow everything, but I'm just saying it's just one of those. But then again, my job's a little different where I need to follow everything so I can weave relatable things in and out of conversations and all that.
I can't believe they took his passport. That's dope. That's crazy. You need us, B?
He might choose to run. So you know, they had to like
Stop it. They're not running. But Brandon Joe, I didn't watch more than 15 minutes of practice today because was doing.
Did you get to see the Igbinoghene interception for a touchdown?
No, I did not. I saw the Brandon Jones touchdown. I meant Brandon Jones interception.
All right, so that's good. You saw one of two there of the starting safety there. Now
there's a third interception. I don't know who got that, but
Noah's interception, it was really cool because you can tell, you know, I talked about this, how you watch Baker and Preston Williams and they don't know how to handle adversity, right? Baker Mayfield, Preston Williams, not good at handling adversity, right? You look at Tua, beautiful at handling adversity and controversy and all that. And Noah's been the same, actually. Tua certainly doesn't hear anything. He turns it all off when he gets home. But this kid, Noah, must have heard everything and read everything you wrote about him and everybody else and all of us talking about him being a bust and he can't figure it out, this and that. And when he got that interception, when he got to the end zone, he threw that ball violently into the net. And it was one of those things like, you know, when you work hard at something and you're struggling to get it,
yeah,
you have that little bit of success that you're like, you're like, it wasn't like anything bad. It was one of those moments where he let out that energy of it being bottled up. Right. Exactly. Mm-hmm. And then the interesting part, Gesicki comes over, but the other guy that came over to see him and dab him up 50 yards downfield was Raekwon Davis. So, you know, a guy that is in his draft class and probably has seen everything he's gone through from day one. And I thought it was cool. Again, it doesn't mean anything in the big picture, but it's nice to see him have success because, Omar, he hasn't made a lot of progress in camp. He's got to start making progress now. This week and next week, he has to really start showing something so they can see if they can depend on him, right? So these next couple of weeks here are really important for Noah to find out where he's going to end up in the pecking order, if he'll be at least in the mix of anything.
Yeah, definitely. It's a little troubling and disturbing that that's what he's had to go through, especially because the talent is there. I've always said that to you. The talent is there. He's a former man crush player for me. And if I don't put my name on you, if I don't believe in you. But it just hasn't translated to the field. He's acknowledged previously that mentally he was struggling a little bit. And he's learning to try to put things in his past. But to anybody who would tell me, because if I had to say who started camp and has had the roughest time all training camp, it would be Noah Igbinoghene.
Yes. It's not even a lineman this year. How about that?
Larnell Coleman is kind of on my list too, but you know.
But that's Larnell Coleman. He actually has had this was his best week of his life, dude. The couple of blocks he had in Tampa, and then I know he gave up the sack early, but then he played better as the game went on. And in that touchdown by Skyler, he had the key block that led the rusher outside over Skyler, man. So that was good. Give Larnell a little love.
Is he an NFL? Is he a swing tackle in the NFL?
No, not yet. But I give him dude. What he did the last week is like he moved mountains compared to what he had done. He's never shown us anything. He's shown us something in the last couple of days.
I will acknowledge that he's shown us something, and hopefully he continue to progress. And that's what it is. You always preach about. Don't give up on these young players. Blah blah blah. I'm giving up on Solomon Kinley. You should too. He's what, 350? Like
I know, but dude, he had some pancake blocks on Saturday.
What?
He was a pulling fool on Saturday.
He wasn't pulling. He didn't turn no corner, but he did lay out a linebacker. If I'm 350 pounds and you're 220, shouldn't I be laid out?
Yeah, no, but he also pancaked another guy too when he came out of and he pulled also to the other side. He got another guy too. I saw the linebacker you're talking about. And of course, he buried him, and he's supposed to.
He's over 330 pounds heavier than that guy.
Yeah. But he showed he can move a little bit. So I gotta give.
Listen, that's subjective because I would say no. He turned out one corner.
You're so cruel. You don't even give these guys a little love when they actually do something. It's like, come on, give them a little love. Solomon Kinley did more than what we expected. Larnell Coleman has done more than he's done in his entire career.
That's like
so
saying
far
that's like saying to your kid that your daughter in 5th grade, she came home. She's like, "Daddy, I did my homework. Where's my reward?"
Right.
And what does Big O say? You're supposed to do your homework, right?
Right. Exactly. Yes.
Like,
you're supposed to.
I don't give them credit for stuff that they're supposed to do.
I got you. I got you. All right. So what are you working on? I Am Athlete, my brother.
Streamlining business.
I can't ask you the Sentinel anymore.
Yeah,
so
no.
I'm
trying to lead, trying to get permission to do Big O show. Like literally, boss man's coming here like 2 times. I told you they ain't in the contract, Big O. I got let me massage it. Let me work it. Like, so listen, just trying to streamline and get things. We're launching. We're gonna launch a Pat McAfee type show in September.
Nice.
And daily, and it's just talking about that process and the studio, and do we need to move, and do we have everything in place, and the people, and if we move where. I'm in a management position now, Big O, so it's like mostly decisions and working people and all kinds of stuff, and we got in a whole lot of trouble at Dolphins today and trying to massage that. I've learned in management, my job is to put out fires. Like, it's like daily fire, and I got to put it. I'm like Mike McDaniel.
I do that all the time, buddy.
Yeah, I'm like Mike McDaniel. Every coach I've ever covered always says the same thing. You come in and you think that the job is this, and then when you get the job, you really realize the job is that. And the job is mostly, while you have an agenda of things you want to achieve and you want to do today, you'll spend 60% of your day putting out fires. And then the 40% that's left of your day is when you try to achieve and accomplish everything that you set forth that you wanted to accomplish.
Yep.
It's like literally
when there's 10 minutes left, that's when you get to sleep and rest.
Yeah. I wake up literally every day and I say to myself, who's on fire? What's on fire now?
Amen.
So, and this is day 2.
Yeah. Amen. That's the battle I'm in every single day in building this whole platform up. So I definitely feel you, my brother. I definitely feel you. All right. So keep us informed. We will catch up later on in the week, my friend. I appreciate you. You traveling? You going somewhere next?
I just was told my schedule. Yeah, I'm going places in September, but I have no idea when, how, or how we're gonna make it happen. But we're gonna make it happen.
All right, we'll catch up later in the week, and we'll get ready for the game on Saturday, my brother. Appreciate you.
All right, talk to you later. All right,
you got it. There you go, Omar Kelly, and our EJDconstruction.com Miami Dolphins reports.